Listen, bro, I spent 3 months studying what truly moves women, not just what they say they want, but what actually keeps them close, connected, and loyal beyond the surface. And let me tell you, what I discovered shook me, because most of what we, as men, are taught about love, sacrifice, and how to keep a woman, it's either half the story or completely backward. You can give your heart, your time, your loyalty. You can build a home around her. You can sacrifice sleep, money, ambition. You can carry her burdens like they're your own. And still, one day, she may wake up, look at you, and feel nothing. That empty nothing. And when that happens, most men are left shattered, confused, asking the same quiet question: how can she leave after everything I did for her? Here's the brutal truth that most of us don't want to hear. She wasn't loyal to your effort. She was loyal to what she felt around you. Not in the beginning, not when things were new, not last year, right now. Her commitment isn't anchored to your calendar or track record. It's not even rooted in your character. Her loyalty is tied to how you make her feel today, in this moment. And the moment that feeling starts to fade, her loyalty begins to drift. You can buy her gifts, protect her, support her, but if your energy feels dull, if your presence becomes predictable, if your strength gets replaced by emotional fragility, she starts to check out. Slowly at first, a little less present, a little more distracted, and then, suddenly, she's gone. And when you ask why, she won't give you the real answer, because half the time, she doesn't even fully understand it herself. She might say she feels off, or confused, or like she needs time. But what's really happening? The emotional current that used to move her has gone still, and she doesn't know how to stay where there's no longer any spark. See, women don't stay because you did everything right. They stay because something inside them still lights up around you. And when that light goes out, no amount of begging, gifting, or remembering anniversaries will bring it back. That's why you see men who give and give, who build their lives around her, end up abandoned. And the guy she leaves for often doesn't have half the stability, the kindness, the history. But he has one thing, which is presence. That weight of energy. That quiet confidence. That emotional polarity that makes her feel something. I sat with men in their 60s and 70s strong, generous men who were blindsided after decades of doing everything they thought a good man should. One told me, "I gave her peace. I never raised my voice. I paid off her debt. I helped raise her kids, and she still walked away." And I asked him, gently, "Did she feel you?" He paused and said, "I think she felt safe." "But did she feel your strength? Your edge? That pull? That tension that made her body respond without logic?" He was quiet, because here's what I learned. Women crave more than safety. They crave gravity, that electric sense of being near a man who hasn't lost himself trying to make her happy. The more you give from fear, the more you lose that gravity. When you're walking on eggshells to avoid her being upset, she senses it. When you silence your truth just to keep her close, she feels it. When you overcorrect, overplease, overgive, you don't bring her closer. You push her away. She doesn't want a man who reacts to her moods. She wants a man who steadies them, who looks her in the eye when she's chaotic and doesn't flinch, who says no when he needs to, who doesn't need her emotional weather to be okay for him to feel okay. That's what she trusts. That's what she's loyal to. Not just comfort, but charge. And in today's world, that charge fades fast. Not because love is dying, but because everything moves at the speed of dopamine. Swipe, scroll, click, validate. Women today aren't built differently. They're wired differently, conditioned to chase feeling instead of foundation. So when the emotional high of a relationship dips, when your energy flattens, when she doesn't feel that aliveness anymore, she doesn't always wait around. She scrolls into new chemistry. She messages her way into fresh attention. She branches out, not always physically first, but emotionally, and that's where monkey branching begins. She's not cruel. She's just chasing the last place she felt stirred. She wants to feel again, even if it's temporary, even if it's reckless. And most men, they keep trying to win her back with consistency, with effort, with logic. but she doesn't respond to logic. She responds to sensation. This doesn't mean you become a clown trying to entertain her emotions. It means you ground yourself so deeply in your truth, your direction, your strength, that your energy alone becomes magnetic. And here's the part most men skip. You don't just rebuild that presence by doing more. You do it by feeling more. You slow down and tune into your body, into your breath. You learn to sit in discomfort without shrinking. You learn to tell the truth even when it trembles in your throat. That's what roots you. That's what brings the fire back behind your eyes. There's something unspoken that women feel when you're fully in yourself. When your yes is clean. When your no has spine. When your silence has weight. That's the kind of presence that doesn't beg. It invites. There was a man I spoke with, divorced twice, early 50s. He said, "I was so busy being what they wanted, I forgot who I was." And you could hear the heartbreak in his voice. Not because they left, but because he left himself first. That's the real loss. The world might move fast, but a man who moves slow, with purpose, with centered fire, he doesn't have to chase. His presence does the work, and I get it. Some of this might feel unfair. You gave so much. You thought you were doing the right things. But understand that you were taught to love by checking boxes. She was born to love through what she feels. So if you want to keep a woman, stop trying to earn her with tasks. Start learning how to hold her with energy. Learn to become a source of grounded emotion, not emotional reaction. Learn to say what you mean, to feel what you feel, to take space when you need it, and to lead when it matters. Because when she senses that in you, she relaxes. Her chaos finds rhythm. Her fire finds direction. Her heart, whether she realizes it or not, settles back into your orbit. You think being softer will keep her. It won't. You think being more accommodating will earn her devotion. It won't. What keeps her is the subtle, powerful experience of being near a man who doesn't disappear inside her. And sometimes, that means she walks away before she realizes what she's walked away from. That's okay. Let her go. Because if you return to yourself, if you rebuild that quiet fire in your chest, the kind that doesn't shout, doesn't chase, doesn't collapse, she may feel it again. She may feel it across time, across silence, across someone else's attention. She might remember not what you gave, but what she felt. And maybe she returns, maybe she doesn't, but that's no longer the point. The point is you coming back to the man who doesn't need to perform to be powerful, who doesn't give to be loved, who doesn't chase what no longer matches his depth. You want to know what women really want? They want to feel you, not your service, not your apologies, not your flowers. They want to feel your presence, your gravity, the strength that holds itself even when their emotions don't. That's the man they trust. That's the man they stay close to. That's the man who becomes unforgettable. Because in a world of men bending over backward to be chosen, she remembers the one who never bent himself out of shape. So if she left, let her. If she forgot, let her. You don't need to fight to remind someone of your value. You just need to become the version of you that never forgets it. Because your presence is the only thing you ever truly needed to protect. And when you do that, you don't lose women. You lose the fear of losing them. And that, my brother, is when you truly become the man you were meant to be. You don't need her loyalty to feel like a man. You need your own, to your truth, to your peace, to your path. That's what she was chasing all along. She just didn't know how to say it. And now you do. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.